Hi, this is Daniel from 1% Property, here with the latest installment of The Big Q. So The Big Q is a segment I do every week where I take a look at one big question to help you become a more informed homeowner and a more informed vendor. So this week I'm looking at the question of how do I prepare my home to be ready for sale. So there's a number of things you can do to obviously improve your home, to change your home. But what's really important here is focusing on the things that are going to add value and not on the things that are just a waste of time when it comes to value. If you're doing a renovation or you're changing up your home for yourself, go nuts, do whatever you like. But if you want to do it to actually prepare for sale so that you get the most possible money when you sell your property, these are some tips to help you. Step one, repairs and refreshers around the house. So if you have things that are broken in your property, what happens is buyers walk in, they see a broken light, or they see a broken switch, or they see some paint peeling off the wall, or a broken doorknob or something. They then spend the rest of their time in the house walking around looking for what else is broken. Because in their head, they're going, oh, okay, if something's broken here, there might be things behind the walls. There might be pipes broken. There might be this broken. It might not be as well taken care of as I would have hoped. So if you have small things that are broken around the house, it's going to put the buyers in totally the wrong mindset. They're going to start looking for faults instead of looking at the great features that your house has to offer. So look around your property. Is there anything broken? Lights, appliances, tiles. Is the paint chipping? Those are really easy places to start, and fixing them can add thousands and thousands of value. In regards to refreshing the property, things like replacing out the old light switches can be massive, because those old light switches, they turn yellow. As the older they get, the yellower they get. So if you've got really old yellow light switches, change them all, and it actually refreshes the house a significant amount. You'd be surprised how much of a difference something small like that can make. And another one which might be really significant if you've got old appliances is change them out. So if you've got an old freestanding white stove from 30 or 40 years ago, change it out, put in a stainless steel one, probably cost around $1,000, and it will add potentially 5 to 10 grand to the sale price of your home. The same with things like hot plates. In the kitchen, if your hot plate is well used and you can't clean off those stains that you get underneath the pan where the water's sort of bubbled and everything like that, if you can't clean them, then replace the hot plate, because people will walk in, they'll see those stains, they'll see the usage and the wear and the damage, and straight away they will start thinking, oh, maybe this house isn't what I wanted. Maybe this house isn't what I looked for. And they'll look at discounting their price as opposed to offering that premium price. Step two, clean and declutter. Now, I keep going on about this. This is the easiest thing you can do to add value to your property. Give it a really good clean, or get someone in to do a clean. Declutter, remove a lot of your personal items, open things up, and that adds a huge amount of value, and you can do it all yourself. Buyers will always pay more for a home that is well presented and that they walk into and get a great feeling about, as opposed to a home that's full of stuff or dirty or messy. So it's just a really, really easy tip to add a lot of money to when you're thinking about selling. Look, step three, renovate. If you're thinking about renovating, just make sure you put your dollars in the right places. So paint is a huge one. There are three areas that I think can add the most value. Paint. If you're going to put money in painting the interior of the house and also sometimes the exterior, it can add thousands and thousands of dollars. It can be done DIY. Obviously, it takes a bit of time, or you can get a painter in. It's a big value add when you're selling a property if you paint it. The yard. Now, the yards are often overlooked, but especially the front yard, that's the first thing that people see when they come to your house. So if you're going to put a bit of money in and you want to get a really good first impression when people arrive at your property, get the yard back to 100%, nice grass, nice bushes, clean it all up, and make sure the front of your house looks fantastic. And obviously, the big money areas, kitchens and bathrooms, but these can be done without spending too much money. You can resurface the tiles in the cabinetry. That can be done for a couple of $1,000 as opposed to retiling or putting in a whole new kitchen, which might cost you $20,000 or $30,000. You can put a new bench top on. You could put timber, or you can go stone. Obviously, it's a little more expensive. Timber you can do for a few $100s. And obviously replacing the appliances we spoke about before. If you resurface the kitchen or repaint the kitchen cabinetry, you put on new bench tops, put in new appliances, your kitchen will basically look brand new, and you can do it all for a couple of $1,000 as opposed to, say, a $35,000 new kitchen. And look, when you're talking about styling the home to sell. Now, if you're styling it for yourself, as I said before, go wild, do whatever you want. But if you're styling the property to be sold and to add value so you get the best sales price, keep it simple, keep the colors neutral, whites and grays. Remember, the idea is to appeal to as many people as possible. If you put reds and pinks and greens as your wall color, a lot of people are not going to like that. You're going to cut off a huge part of the market straight away. You are going to get less for your property. Keep it neutral, keep it clean, bright as possible, and then you'll appeal to as many buyers as you can. And look, don't forget, when you're doing this planning process, get advice from people that know what's happening in the marketplace, like myself or a stylist. I'd be happy to chat to you and give you advice on what renovations to do. If you have, they say you have $5,000 to spend, we can have a discussion and I can tell you where that $5,000 is going to make you 20 on the sale and where you'd be wasting your money. A lot of the time people think about doing certain things and it's a bit frustrating because it doesn't actually add any value to the sales price. So just, have a chat to your local agent, have a chat to a stylist, get some advice, and obviously then you can move forward, make sure you add as much money as possible. And on that note, if you are interested in getting a few tips and tricks to add significant value to your property before you go to market, check out the article linked below. I give 5 really great tips to add a lot of value to your property before you go to sale, and a few things to avoid as well. So the article is linked below. Otherwise, I really, really hope that you've had a fantastic week so far, and I hope that next week is even better.